Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make this sugar sunflower. So to begin with, I rolled out some yellow modelling paste to about 3mm thick, and to cut out my sunflower shape I'm using this extra large sunflower cutter by PME. I'm just going to press the cutter down onto my paste, then I'm going to remove the excess paste from around it. Incidentally, it's a good idea to make sure that your paste isn't sticking before you put the cutter on, so then you can move it around just to help make a nice clean cut. And now I'm just using a stiff brush just to go around each petal to ensure that each one has a nice clean edge. So this cutter is actually a plunger cutter, and it does have its own veining on it which would texture your petals, but I'm not actually using that because I'm going to texture mine differently, which you'll see later. So now I'm just going to press down from the top and my sunflower shape is going to come out. And here I'm just using a ball tool just to go over each petal just to thin it out slightly. So now I've pulled the sunflower to the corner of my foam mat, and I'm going to use my veining tool to vein each petal. So I gently roll the tool back and forth over each petal, and you'll see the veins appear, and this will also curve the petal a little bit too. The flower has to be at the edge of the mat, so the ends of the veining tool is raised slightly, stopping it from cutting into the paste. I've just come in a bit closer there in the hope that you can see the veins that are appearing on the petals. I absolutely love this tool. Just in case you want to look at anything further, I'll put a link to all the items that I use in this tutorial in the description. And I've also got a step-by-step tutorial of this on my blog, and I'll leave a link to that in the description too. Okay, so now all my petals have been veined. I've placed my sunflower in a flower former, and I'm just going to go around and just arrange the petals to how I want them. So the flower former gives it its shape. And now what I'm doing is I'm going to go around on each petal, and I'm just going to gently pinch in the top part just to make the petal a bit pointed. And it also kind of folds over the petal at the end there as well to make it look a little bit more realistic. So I'll go around and I'll do all the petals, make sure they're arranged how I'd like them, and then I'm going to leave this to dry. Okay, so here I'm going to make the second layer in exactly the same way as the first. Okay, so my second layer is now ready, and I'm just going to add some clear alcohol to the first dried layer and then place the second layer on top. So the clear alcohol is just acting as a glue to stick the layers together, but you could use an edible glue if you preferred. Okay, so I'm now going to arrange the petals to how I want them, trying to get them in between the first layer. So it's important that the first layer is dry, because now the second layer is going to go on top and it will take longer to dry if you hadn't already dried it first. So now I'm just going to go around and make the petals pointed just like I did with the first layer. And then I'm going to leave the flower overnight to ensure that it's fully dried. Okay, so it's the next day, and I'm going to make the middle of the sunflower. I've got no mould for this, I'm just using a ball of brown modelling paste and a sieve. So I'm just going to use the end of my rolling pin to press down my ball of brown modelling paste, and you can see that's giving me that textured look on the top there. Now I'm just going to use my Dresden tool just to go around the edge and just to create some more texture around the edge of my modelling paste. I know a lot of people use moulds for the sunflowers, but I wanted to try and do something where you didn't have to use more equipment. Okay, so I'm just going all the way around just to texture all the edge. And that's also kind of pushed up this side as well. And now I'm going to turn it over, and you can see they've got a little dip in it where my rolling pin was. Just going to add a little bit of clear alcohol to be glue. Then I'm just taking some more brown modelling paste, and I'm just going to roll them into little tubes that are tapered at one end and just kind of pop them on the middle, and then so it curves over to the outside. And all I'm going to do is just going to keep doing that until I've gone all the way around the modelling paste. It may seem quite long-winded, but it actually didn't take that long. Just keep going round until it's full. And there we go. Okay, so just going to turn it over, and then I'm just going to arrange what I've just done. Okay, so before I add the centre of the sunflower in, I'm just going to add some edible orange dust to the sunflower that's dried now. I'm just gently going around the bottom part of the flower with my dusting brush. Just going to slowly build it up, just take off the excess on a kitchen towel, and then just slowly build it up, because you can put too much on, which you can't take off, but you can always add more. Okay, so now I'm going to add the centre, and I'm doing this by adding a little bit of clear alcohol to the middle of my sunflower. And then I'm just going to take a small piece of brown modelling paste, and I'm just going to stick that in the middle. Just flatten it slightly, pop it in there, and then again I'm going to add some clear alcohol to that just to make it quite wet. So this will help the centre of the flower stick to the dried modelling paste. Just going to gently press it in there and then arrange it to how I want it to be. So now I'm just going to add a little bit of colour to the centre of the flower by mixing some green and yellow edible dust together, dusting off the excess. And then adding it to the centre of my flower. And then again, once I was happy, I left it to dry. So a little tip here, once you've turned your sunflower out of the former, if you think that it needs to be a little bit stronger, you can cut a little disc of yellow modelling paste and then just stick it to the back like I've done here. And this can also help it attach to a cake as well. You obviously do need to be careful because the petals are very delicate. So that's your sugar sunflower made. I really hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. Please do check out my other ones. Please comment, like and subscribe for more, and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching.